Hi everyone and welcome to Trades of the Week with myself and, it's myself today. And today we have so much exciting news to go through. We are going to speak about that the job market is declining. It's showing weakness. The markets are declining, falling 3 to 4% over the last couple of weeks. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's a lot of really interesting things happening in the crypto market. Not only is the merge happening, but today we're going to talk about a very bullish piece of news. The Prime Minister of UK is actually pro-cryptos. So all this in today's Trades of the Week. But before we jump into it, there are a couple of things I want to show you. Because for those of you who are new to investing, new to cryptos, new to stocks, and really want to get going and learn, we actually have created something very exclusive for you, and that is I Am Insider. So make sure you become part of our trading community. And the reason is a couple of things. Number one, you're going to be kind of part of a community, like having a buddy, someone that supports you all the way through your journey. And if you log in, right, you go to, you press the link somewhere around here, and you will be able to log in to I Am Insider. And you can see here, there's so much exclusive content for you. We have all the books that Marcus have written, but also we have courses, your stocks quick start course, your crypto quick start course as well. So if you press on any of those, what's going to happen is that you will now see exactly your progress, how much you've completed and all the different modules. This is a very comprehensive course for you to really get started if you are new, and you will also learn some really basic strategies that can be really useful for you. So I hope you're excited about this, because we are absolutely super excited about this and to be able to deliver this to you for free. So make sure you sign up today without any further ado. And if you do have any questions, you can even book a free consultation with one of our coaches here. So they will be able to take you through your exact journey and what could be best for you right now. And that being said, everyone, let's make sure we jump into it. So the first thing I do want to have a look at here before we dive into the news and what's happening in the market is the following, right? So I want to have a look at the buffaloes that we are looking at the moment. So currently we're in quite a few. We're in 3, we're in 6, we're in 8 buffaloes at the moment. So make sure you do your own research here. The really cool thing with the buffaloes are that we only are investing, we're risking 1%, right? Only 1%, and we aim to make 3%. So we really play the probability game really well. And speaking about the probability game, we are actually in a few winning positions. We do have some bad news today that I'm going to get to in a moment. And so if we have a look here at, for example, CHEF, that's Chef, and this almost got us down to a loss. Currently we're in a losing position on this. So if you do your research, you like this, then of course you can get in at a better price than we have. And on ABMI, we have now moved our stop loss to break even. We did that last week, but I just want to emphasize it. So we're up roughly 8%, a little bit more. So we're waiting for that next move down lower that we think is coming as well. And the next one to just mention is NGM. So this is NGM Biopharmaceutical. We had a 1% loss on this. So that's a boo, not a moo. So we do have those losses as well. But it's just so important and imperative to make sure you don't put your emotions in. Focus on the process. Focus on the strategy, and if you do that, then the results will come. And there is a reason, I'm going to show the results right later, but there is a reason we're up over 60% now in 2 years, which is actually quite good, especially considering that the market is actually down. So, with that being said, what is happening in the market? Well, a lot of the metrics are actually showing in the shorter term some really bearish signs. So if we jump over to the US 100, we could look at the US 30 as well. We have had some bullish momentum here, and I'm just going to remove the drawings here so it becomes a little bit more clear for you. So we have had a really nice move up, right? And in the bigger picture, you can see we're creating these levels here. Let's see, it's not really behaving here, but then you know we are really doing this live. Here we go. All right, so you can see it's creating lower highs and it's creating lower lows. And as long as it's doing that, it's we'll see what's going to happen, right? But currently, it's as long as it's doing that, we are in a bearish trend, and the markets are showing and the economic data is showing that we are in that bearish trend as well. So currently we're trading within this range over here. This is the US 100, the 100 biggest tech companies in the world. And as you can see here, we are now in a shorter term bearish trend. It's moving down, and now there's two things that can happen. Either we break up to the upside, or we break down to the downside, and that will determine the next move in the trend that we will see. So that's really good, and I think we might break lower in the shorter term, but that's going to be a really good buying opportunity, which I'm going to go into more in just a moment. But if you look at the news here, we saw that the job market has actually been shrinking. So the expectations, the actual jobs were actually a little bit above the expectations from the analyst, but the unemployment rate rose to 3.7% from 3.5%, which is not overly good news. So we want to see the unemployment rate go down, of course, to more people get jobs. And also the earnings for the big companies, we got a lot of good earnings coming out from the major companies in the market. And even though the average second quarter earnings were actually above 6%, around 6%, that is growth. But compared to last year, the growth has really slowed down. So we are in a shorter term kind of bad environment, if you like, and the market might even go lower. But is that a bad thing? That's something that we can ask ourselves. We are in a couple of short positions with the Buffalo, which is really good, because then we're hedged, right? No matter what happens, if it goes up, great, right? We make money on the long ones. If it goes down, great, we make money on the short ones. That's really how we need to tackle this. So that the markets are going down will really give us maybe unprecedented buying opportunities like such we had in 2008 and even in the 90s during the dot-com bubble, if it gets really bad. But we'll see. So for the coming weeks, we do think the market might go a little bit higher in the shorter term, but in the medium term, in the next couple of weeks, we think we're going to have another leg down as well. And another factor to this is that the dollar is increasing, which usually means that the big institutions are selling their shares and getting into dollars. And a really good metric for that, so make sure you take a note of this, is the US dollar index. And we can see that just broke the last high, and we think that the dollar will keep going higher, which means that the markets might be going lower in the shorter term. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. And in the words of Warren Buffett, the money is not made in the bull market. The money is made in the bear market. So I hope you're following the strategies, and I really hope you are buying at these levels. So let me ask you this. Comment below, are you investing? Are you buying? Are you getting into the Buffalos? Because it's really, we really need to keep going, and the results will come. So if we look at the Buffalo for this, for today, we are adding one. We have a couple of short ones. We're adding TAP, the Molson Coors beverage company. And this is actually a company that we believe will do well, even in a bear market. Because what happens is people stop buying tech, potentially, but they do buy consumer goods. This is a company in that area. So we think TAP is a good one, and we're calculating from this candle here on the 31st of August that we think looks really good. So that's really it, right, for the Buffalo update. And I do want to head into the crypto update, because I think the cryptos and the tech market might coincide a little bit. And there are some really interesting news coming here. So the first piece of news is political, actually. I'm not going to bore you too much, but UK has a new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. And what's really interesting with Liz is, of course, that she is pro-crypto. So she's crypto friendly, and this is what I really like. If we look here overall, there's a lot of drawings up here. But if we look at Bitcoin, we are down at a drop of 70%. And looking at the chart, I'm going to show you this in the shorter term, it does look like it want to go lower in the shorter term. But is that a buying opportunity, or is it a selling opportunity? Comment below, what do you think? Is that a buying or selling opportunity? And we actually believe it is a buying opportunity. And the reason being that if, let's say you love, luxury goods, maybe Gucci, maybe you love to, I don't know what you love to buy, right? It's hard for me to say, but maybe you love Gucci or Armani. If they have a sale of 70 or 80%, question is, would you be a buyer, or would you say, whoa, this is probably going to zero, I'm not going to be buying those Gucci shoes? I mean, really? They're not going to go to zero. They probably just have a big sale, maybe last year's edition or something. So when Bitcoin is down 70%, if you liked Bitcoin at 67,000, you would probably love Bitcoin at 20,000. And in the average bear market, you can do this research yourself as well, but in the average bear market, the price of Bitcoin has gone down roughly 80% from the high, or 84%. And guess what? We are down 72%. And what if we go down to an 84% drop? Then we would be buying even more, which is of course very, very exciting. All right. So that's one thing that you might want to consider, that this might be actually a very good buying opportunity. So if we go into the shorter term, let me zoom in here. I'm going to zoom in. And you see here, what's been happening is that the price moves down. We have these level of consolidations where the price moves sideways, then another move down. Had another consolidation, we're breaking out of this. So probabilities are we might have another move down. And I think that could be the last one. And we are going to look at the buy with the CCA and small cap strategy. And why do I think that the market would turn? Well, the price is going down, but adoption is going up, right? We have seen actually that one of the biggest crypto wallets, they have been dusting it off because it hasn't been touched for many years. They've been moving some coins over to an exchange, which usually means that it could be a sell-off in the shorter term, exactly like the chart is telling us. But that being said, we have political news, right? The prime minister, she's pro-crypto. But not only that, Ethereum merge, the Ethereum merge is finally taking place. So adoption is happening. We have upgrades happening. We have technology upgrades happening. And while that is happening, even though, right, we mentioned this last week, so make sure you watch that if you haven't, the number of wallets, it has an all-time high. People are opening wallets, they're adopting cryptos more than ever. And the technologies behind the blockchain for both Cardano now, who are releasing their new Vasil upgrade happening on the 20th or in September this year. So in September now. And what's happening with that is of course that they are going to try to lower the cost per transaction, but also the network capacity. Ethereum is doing the same thing. The merge is happening now in September. So look at your positions in cryptos, but if you look at Cardano, it has gone up a little bit now in anticipation for the news. It's down 84%. So we've been buying Cardano. We think they're going to do really well over time. So that's going to be the crypto for today, that Cardano ADA, made by the co-founder Charles Hoskinson, and they're doing this upgrade, and I think that's going to be really good. And they're not the only ones. There's blockchain all over, really working hard on developing the technology. And the technology is better than ever. But the price is going down, which proves to be a good buying opportunity, exactly like the dot-com bubble in the 90s. So that being said, with cryptos, we're adding Cardano. And last but by no means least, right, we are going to go into some of the VCAs here. So looking at the VCAs, we have a new entry on Intel. So this is a tech company. Make sure you don't have too many tech companies in your portfolio. But Intel is down 54%, so we're adding one more entry there. The last one's 44 now, next one is 54, so we just keep going here. But with CMG, the Chipotle Mexican Grill, it took us out at a 20% profit. So that would mean it's a moo. Not a great moo, but we'll take it. So that's good, we're celebrating that win. So well done if you were in CMG. The other one we're adding an entry to is here. This is in defense, Turtle Beach Corporation. Down a massive 80%, and their fundamentals is actually pretty good. So we have averaged into here as well. We think they're going to do really well over time. And that's really it, right? That's really it for the VCAs as well. The one we're adding for this week is MDT. That's Medtronic PLC. Why are we adding that? Well, they're a global leader in medical technology, services and solutions. And they have really good fundamentals as well. But they are a global leader, which is really interesting. But what's even more interesting is that they are down 23% from the high, but even more so from the all-time high, down roughly 30-40%. So the biotech and medical market has been taking a lot of damage with the rest of the market. So as long as we're getting into quality companies, we can get in at bargain prices. Remember what I said about the Gucci shoes? Well, we have a shot here as well. So that's what we are looking at. All right. And last, but by no means least, I just want to look a little bit here at the results. So we have minus 1% on the Buffaloes. We're down to 64.2% in total. Boo, right? It's not great, but I mean, 30% a year is still pretty good. I hope you're getting similar results. And also VCA, we're up another 20%, which is yay, right? It's great. So 1,076% in profit. The CCA and small caps, we're down currently on many of those. We have closed a lot of profits, as you can see, but we're still waiting there for the crypto market to turn. And guess what? We are going to be here when the crypto market turns. The question is, are you? Are you taking action? Are you really hanging in there? Because that's what it's all about here. Everyone else is giving up at the moment. I hope you are not, right? It's all in here. It's all mindset. The crypto market will turn. It goes up, it goes down. That's the nature of the market. The stock market goes up, it goes down. That's the nature of the crypto market and stock market. So do make sure you do your research here. But we have done ours. We have experience, and we're going to keep going. So with that being said, if you want to learn these strategies, if you want to get this type of result, make sure you join the I Am Insider, right? Make sure you press the link and join, because we have free courses on how you get started in a really good way. So make sure you watch that and get started today. And I really hope you enjoyed this video as well. Even though it was me by myself, I hope you still enjoyed it and you enjoyed all the content in here. So comment below, what actions are you going to take from this? Because it's all about taking actions, right? So make sure you write that below as well. And smash that like button, but also the alarm bell. Don't forget to subscribe and press on that alarm bell, because so you can get notifications on a regular basis on what's happening in the market. And we will be the first to update you as soon as there are any changes. But in summary, shorter term, we are looking for the price to go a bit lower, but then we are going to, of course, see a change in the market eventually. So let's hope that happens sooner rather than later, but we'll be the first to report to you. So from myself, Dennis, and the whole team at Investment Mastery, we wish you a wonderful week, and we cannot wait to see you on next Trades of the Week.